Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for subscribing. Today we're going to talk about the Santa Ana Bowl Speedway. Do you know what about the Santa Ana Bowl? Did you remember that racetrack? It was really cool. The Santa Ana Bowl was located in Santa Ana, California. It was promoted by Louis Kossuth. Do you remember Louis Kossuth? Rest in peace, Louis. He had passed away. He owned a 76 gas station over in Brea off of like Imperial Highway. I met Louis there a few times. He was a nice man, Louis Kossuth. So it was around a football stadium. It was one of the first long tracks in California. And Louis asked me, hey Brian, do you want to ride on my new track? And I said, why not? I never rode around a football stadium. So I went ahead and said, sign me up, Louis. I want to ride that track. It was located right below the Orange County Jail by the Civic Center where all the courthouses are. And I thought that would be cool. I look up and all the prisoners at the jail were like watching the Speedway. So I said, I must do good for them. I opened the program and I was in D2 and I'm like, what the heck, I'm in D2. I said, I've got to go to D1 on this thing. Bill Cody and Denny Pyatt and John Cook and these kind of riders were on the program in D1 and I'm in D2. And I said, that's not fair. So I went ahead and opening night, Bill Cody won the Scratch Main in Division 1 and I won the Scratch Main in Division 2. And I did this wheelie over the finish line and I flipped the bike and the bike went flying high in the air and bouncing, bong, bong, bong. And I won the main event and all the crowd cheered. I had a write-up. I'll see if I can find that one. So I went up to Louis and I said, hey Louis, I won that D2 Scratch Main event. Put me in D1 next week. And he said, we'll do, Brian, we'll do it. I said, that was the last time they ever put me in D2 at the Santa Ana Bowl. The next week, Louis honored his word and he put me in D1. Very good, Louis. And I went ahead and I won like a main event. And I said, okay, keep me in D1. And I went ahead and I swept the program, I think twice. And I ended up just being like a 40 or 50 yard line rider in D1. They went ahead and put me in D1 and I ended up like doing really well. And I just love that track around that football stadium. It was just great. It was fast, it was fun. I love to pass guys. And actually that's where I got the name Bumblebee. And I will tell you how that will start. The next week, Louis honored his word and he put me in D1. Very good, Louis. And I went ahead and I won like a main event. And I said, okay, keep me in D1. And I went ahead and I swept the program, I think twice. And I ended up just being like a 40 or 50 yard line rider in D1. They went ahead and put me in D1 and I ended up like doing really well. And I just love that track around that football stadium. It was just great. It was fast, it was fun. I love to pass guys. And actually that's where I got the name Bumblebee. As a 40 or 50 yard line rider in D1, I had to start in the back of the pack. I remember, like I said, winning both handicap and scratch mains at least twice. One when my mother was there. I won all 6 races and my mom had a heart attack. She said, I don't like this Speedway. But I was starting at the 40 or 50 yard line and the announcer, he said, oh my gosh, Brian's passing guys like a bumblebee, because I really like to pass guys. That's actually my favorite part of racing, is passing. I don't like to get passed, but I like to pass guys. the announcer said, he looks like a bumblebee out there. So he started calling me Bumblebee, and he came up to me and he said, Brian, I have a new nickname after the races. Your name is the Bumblebee. You pass like a bumblebee. I like that. So I said, oh, I like that too. So my name from back when I was 17 years old was the Bumblebee.